What are the differences between a sigma and an alpha male? And the reason I wanted to make this video is because I keep hearing words like sigma, alpha, omega, and beta. And besides being letters from the Greek alphabet, they also describe different archetypes of men. And today I wanted to talk about the alpha and the sigma male, because I think one of these archetypes is strongly linked to narcissism. So before I go any further, I just wanted to say thank you for being here. My name is Vanessa and I hope you enjoy the video. So the reason I wanted to talk about these two types of men is because the words sigma and alpha are very popular at the moment, same as blue pill, red pill, black pill. And I think we are giving fancy names to essentially a type of behavior that some men display. We all like to call ourselves something to think that we belong in our society today, which I think is a very narcissistic society. I think the way things are going is an early extinction for the humankind. Social media has really massively impacted the way that we behave and the way that we see people, which is really, in essence, very tragic. So if you watch or have watched any of my videos, you know that the content I create is based in my own opinions and experiences. And I mainly talk about narcissistic abuse. I believe, and you might think I'm being completely wrong and misjudging, an alpha male is a narcissist, a grandiose narcissist. And the reason I came to this conclusion is because of the characteristics and traits that they exhibit in their behavior. So sigma males are quite unique in the way they live their lives because they live life in their own terms. They appreciate freedom and independence. They prioritize the individuality above any social expectations, and they don't seek dominance or power to feel fulfilled in their lives. They are self-sufficient and they are highly adaptable. It doesn't really matter where they live. What they really appreciate is taking unconventional path. They do not conform with social expectations. They're not afraid of challenging the system, and they are out-of-the-box thinkers. You have to understand that they spend a lot of time reflecting and thinking. So these people do come up with really great ideas. And the reason they end up being leaders is because the amount of hard work that they put in the background. These people believe that their ideas have to be executed in a certain way. So sometimes they put themselves at the front of a business, their own business usually, because they understand that they are the only person that can bring this business forward. They have worked very hard for this, so they really want to yield the results. In social interactions, they are quite introverted. They don't actually mind being part of a social group, but what they will do is that when they had enough, they probably leave the party. They probably repel all this grandiosity that alpha males really enjoy, the validation, the admiration, the fact that everyone is looking at them. They really do not conform with any social rules. And that's what makes them really intriguing and mysterious. People gravitate to them because they lead by example. An alpha male, on the other hand, comes across as a confident and an assertive leader. They command respect and they command attention from other people. They are very dominant and very competitive. They strive for success in most aspects of their lives. They like to be in charge. They are the leader of the pack. So if you think about it, a lot of these characteristics, as I mentioned earlier, are really narcissistic. They need the social validation as a tool to get to where they need to. They are competent, they are charming, they are confident, and they can be really good leaders, but only with the help of a group of people behind them. They cannot be individual like a sigma male is. Alpha males are not afraid to take charge. They put themselves forward for any task. If you think about it, most world leaders are this type of man. They are alpha males. And I would say there is a high chance that they have some sort of personality disorder, because in order to put yourself forward and to dominate a country or to dominate a group of very highly competent people, you have to have that type of personality that reflects confidence and exudes arrogance. They set quite high goals for themselves, and they're very good at achieving their goals. They do not mind backstabbing others to achieve those goals though. They have not got a lot of empathy and they lack a moral compass. Not all of them, but the majority, seek control over other individuals. They are in charge, and you will know who is running that store. So an alpha male has to have control at all times in every situation. And if you hear some of my videos, if you're interested in this topic, I will link some of them because I talk about narcissism and what is a narcissist. And you probably think that I might be wrong characterizing alpha males as narcissists. But as I said, the characteristics really do speak for themselves. Alpha males are dominant in all aspects of their lives, including relationships. An alpha male have no problem in social interactions. They actually thrive in social situations because, as I mentioned, they want to be the center of the attention. They are flamboyant. They are trendsetters. They will start a trend and they will expect everyone to follow it. And sometimes it's really the case. People do believe these alpha males are the people to follow. They are trendsetters. They are fire starters. They dominate conversations. They know about every single topic. You cannot criticize an alpha male. They do not take it well at all. The dominance and their narcissism dictates that they cannot take any other people's opinions into account. They just can't. It's against their nature. So there are some similarities between Sigma and alpha males, and that is the fact that they come across as really self-assured and confident. But the way they approach the situation socially is very different. A Sigma male will appear confident and reassured because they can self-regulate and self-validate. Their confidence comes from the point of highly knowing themselves as human beings. They are individual and they prioritize their individualism. Whilst an alpha male can appear very confident and very self-assured, but essentially deep down, they are very insecure people. They don't necessarily feel really secure with themselves. There is a self-esteem dysregulation going on with these people. So although they appear very confident, arrogant, and like they don't have a care in the world, they are nothing without other people's validation. They do not exist without other people's validation because they cannot self-regulate like a Sigma male can. So Sigma males are often seen as rebels, as rebellious. And this is not because they want to gather the attention of other people. It's because they just don't conform, as I mentioned a few times now. They cannot care less about how the people see them. They are not as charming and charismatic as alpha males are. Alpha males do really command the attention. They want to be seen. They want to be respected. They want to be known as intelligent and assertive. And they probably will clash with a Sigma males in the sense that a Sigma male will never follow any rules. So they will never be under the command of an alpha male. An alpha male will probably respect the fact that the Sigma male is so independent and so self-validating, something that they can never achieve. So when it comes to relationships, an alpha male will have way more relationships than a Sigma male have because they are surface level relationships. They care about the trophies. They care about being seen with good looking women, not necessarily with the deepest minds, not necessarily high value women, because they don't look for these characteristics in another person. They just care about themselves. They might see women as accessories. That's why we see so many alpha males with a new person continuously, because they don't engage into deep emotional connections. They are void of emotional intelligence. They basically lack empathy. But they will thrive more in relationships because they just don't really care about who they are with or what they are. As soon as they look good and they make them feel good, that's all they really care. They might be dating gold diggers. They will be dating any kind of woman that gives them the validation. Of course, it's much better if that person comes with a high quality, but it doesn't necessarily really matter. Whilst a Sigma male will be more choosy when choosing a relationship. They probably come across as they couldn't care less and maybe as asexual in many ways, but the truth is that they look for qualities in women similar to their own. That is why we see Sigma males in the public eye, not dating your typical 20-year-old when they reach their 60s. They will be probably dating someone confident, someone intelligent, someone that shares the same values as them, probably their same age. So I definitely know what type of man I would go for. I have been in a relationship with someone sharing more characteristics with an alpha male than a Sigma male, but I have learned a thing or two now about personality disorders. So I definitely know what type of man I would go for. I'd rather go for someone that is self-assured, doesn't need the social validation, and has the confidence within that make them more mysterious and intriguing. You don't need to flash the cash. Success in many ways should be silent. And if you think about it, most men that are very successful don't really brag about it. They might become celebrities in their own right because they are so highly successful in the way they run the business that there's no other way. People gravitate towards Sigma males. I think most alpha males will eventually hit a collapse. And this is because at some point in their lives, there will be a fatal blow to their reputation. And this is the beginning of the end. We have seen it many, many times in the world of celebrity that they have hit these narcissistic collapses. And again, I am not trying to diagnose anyone here. There are way too many similarities and alpha male displays that have a link to narcissism. So I don't want to make this any longer. And I guess you get the idea of where I'm going from with this video. But essentially, if I have to sum it all up, a Sigma male is a person that I would definitely gravitate towards because of the qualities and the fact that they couldn't give a flying fuck about anyone else's opinions. They believe in themselves, and that's what drives them. An alpha male, on the other hand, without the social validation, without the exposure of their personality and their grandiosity. And yes, in many, many cases, they are the most attractive men in our society. A lot of women will want to be in the arms of an alpha male. It gives them social credibility. Who doesn't want to be with someone powerful? What woman doesn't want to be in the arms of a super rich, driving supercars, displaying the latest fashions? I certainly wouldn't. But there are a lot of people there that this is what they look for. They see it in social media and this is what they aim to be. To me, it's really extremely sad that we have to categorize people with these new kind of trendy words when essentially we have seen it all throughout the years. I think if you want to thrive in life, you need to self-regulate. You need to self-validate. Conform with society rules to a certain extent because they are there for a reason. And I think you get further in life using your own ideas and your own methodology. But you don't have to necessarily do things that put other people at risks. And you don't have to be on the wrong side of the law all the time to achieve your goals. So yeah, on that note, I just wanted to say thank you very much if you're still here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, and I hope you have a lovely day. Take care and bye.